I mean, I'd like that. I mean, hell, these guys could have disappeared for 3 months and played RPGs, and that would have been bad.
Yeah, I mean, you want to be the first to repeat, right? Nobody's done that.
Yeah.
The fire and the hunger
breaking
play has always been there.
Breaking Chinese memes, that's what it was all about. You know, Chinese winners of TI in the past gone off and played something else for 3 months and then come back and been rubbish.
Well, the other meme is that the odd year winners are all Western.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's the other one as well. So we'll have to see how that works in 2017. Meanwhile, we are into the draft. We do have the drought again.
They gonna ban the Luna as well. I felt like they needed that Luna core available.
What?
What Juggernaut said.
Okay, my eyesight's gone.
That was back in the 50s, Paul. I'm not sure why that's a surprise to you.
Execration's turn to pick.
And once again, the silencer. So again, they're not going to let Execration have this combo with the Meepo.
Yeah, they've highly valued this Luna pick and end up taking it themselves here. So see if they can make use of that. And I don't know, maybe less of a Meepo situation in this game. Maybe they're knowing that Wings is ready for it and not want to do that as much with Luna usually taking up more jungle resources.
10 seconds
but remember, DC did Luna Meepo as well, so it's still a viable option for them. I do like the Luna way more as a position 1 than the Mirana that they ran. It just, the Mirana can't really team fight as well as the Luna. You're not built for grouping up as 5 and fighting. And
any of the other 1 positions that they could have picked up if they put the Mirana mid, like none of them we really felt comfortable with. We were like maybe Morphling or something like that. But
Shadow Beam.
Of course, Wings. I was like, for some reason, I was like, yeah, Wings are just gonna give them Shadow Demon if they want it.
So quite possibly a carry safe lane bench here. We saw DC ban this out. Wings did use this in the group stage as kind of like minus armor synergies that really like immediately these 2 picks coming out. And the Venge allows them to play a bit more aggressively early on as well.
So their talents are great for that.
Do they go SD, or do they pick up the Mirana, or do they... Okay, so it's the SD.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If the team's going to give you SD Luna, you take that.
Take it, yep. Okay, second phase bans. Where are we going, Jack?
There's a DK, another kind of staple like frontliner that Execration has run very well. So Wings is kind of trying to take them out of their comfort zone now. I would not be totally shocked to see possibly a support arc ward in this game. This is something that Wings...
A support arc ward?
Yeah, this is something that Wings has been playing a little bit here and there, and with the ability to stop the physical damage from coming in against the illusion, it's something that could be useful for them.
Where the hell has Pudge been?
Yeah, quite.
He got picked. Wings picked him versus WG.
Misery had him yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just felt like...
But not much. You're right. It hasn't been around a huge amount.
Yeah, I feel like he's stronger than...
But I mean, it's like the Wisp as well, isn't it? We were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah, that's true.
1 game, I think, yesterday.
But I feel stronger about Pudge. I feel like Pudge is in like so many lineups, I guess. He's so good to go high ground with and to defend high ground with. He's such a strong laner.
Yeah, and certainly one of Ice's comfort heroes. I think Pudge had disappeared from any kind of competitive play for a long time, almost since like the Dendy days, until Ice and some of the Chinese teams brought him back around the TI time and started playing him a lot.
10 seconds remaining.
So 3 bans. Where are they going, Ben?
5 seconds.
What are they get rid of?
Do Wings want the Sorter for themselves? Is that why they're not banning it?
Not sure. Maybe they're not too scared of it. I think Sorter would also work well in the Execration's lineup.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but the Wings do have the first pick outside of this, right? So...
Underlord.
Yeah, definitely fits. Goes with the armor, gives them initiation, the comfort hero for Faith BM.
Yeah, I personally look at it and like, if I'm not banning the Sorter in the 3-4, because then you're giving a Sorter to a Shattered Luna, that's pretty good.
Our Shaker's way better at dealing with the illusions than the Slardar. Like oftentimes, like Slardar, you blink in, you stun, you get defensively disrupted, and then you just die. I think with the Earthshaker, he can provide a lot longer range artillery while being very useful versus the army of Luna illusions.
Just gonna go back 6 months and steal something that PPD said.
5 seconds remaining.
Wings are so smart. So smart.
They are. They just completely changed the...
Yeah, completely changed everything that's happened over the last 2 days. They've almost ignored everything that's happened over the last 2 days. And now Execration is sitting there thinking, what the hell do we do now?
Well, Rubik is, I think, a suitable pickup. It's a really nice hero versus Earthshaker. That Fisher has mega value.
They don't have any plus armor, though. I think that's one of the big problems with picking their second support. Like, Dazzle, I think, is really good versus all this armor. It also buffs up your Luna. But with Rubik, like Shadow Demon Rubik, they don't have very much damage, right? You're relying a lot on your other cores to do a lot of damage.
Sure.
but it is pretty good
Reserve
versus
time.
the Earthshaker, I think.
You see much Earthshaker from Wings, Jack?
They used it. What was the last tournament? I believe at the
Certainly not in this
if I'm
patch.
not mistaken.
Yeah, it was a summit.
Yeah.
It's another one thing that is in their toolkit. They're a very diverse toolkit. You're talking
Yeah.
about them being a smart team. I mean, obviously, big news out of China. Zhao Wei just retired. I'm not sure
Again.
how permanent that'll be, but a lot of people see
That's okay, it'll be back
why
next
as
month.
the next generation in Zhao Wei. I mean, such a young player as a captain of this team, being able to draft and make all those big decisions at what was then 16, 17 years old. So it's a lot of burdens, and for the most part in China and a lot of other teams, you'll see older players leading it and making those decisions.
Yeah.
So for someone to entrust someone like that to make those kinds of decisions and lead your team, I mean, it's got to have a lot going on for them.
Ice Ice also plays just the most heroes. Every companion prediction, it's Ice Ice for most heroes picked.
It's a shoe-in.
So for our offlaners, because the only reason I thought Wings might take Slaughter for themselves is because I think it's really strong for Execration's lineup, but is it better than, say, like the Tidehunter that they ran last time around with the Luna lineup?
Execration's turn
Well,
to
we've seen this
pick.
before. Maybe not this composition, of course, but we've seen it.
Centaur is super good, I think, versus Luna because it's a nice tanky hero that builds that value hood. And he's going to be able to tank up a lot of these moonbeams.
10
He's going to
seconds
be
remaining.
a super good frontliner that allows the Shadow Demon and SF
5
to be,
seconds
or the
remaining.
Vengeful Spirit and the SF to be able to find their correct positions in team fights to output damage.
How much trouble are
Reserve
Execration in
time.
right now, Ben?
SD Luna is it's always been very, very strong.
Mm.
So I think they just need a little bit more teamfight control. Like they have no AoE control in teamfights, whereas Wings, they have the threat of the Echo and the Centaur, the Stampede and Hoof Stomp, and then the Shadow Fiend Requiem. So I think if they go too all out on the lanes, they're going to suffer a very similar problem in the
Yeah.
last game.
So do you like the Tidehunter more than...
I like Titan. I don't know if I like Titan so much versus the Shadow Fiend. I do think they need a large team fight hero. Darkseer, Bandal, Centaur taken out by Wings. What other ones are there? Tidehunter. It just seems like he's gonna die a lot. He might get his Ravage off, but
I mean, for me, it's Tidehunter or Slaughter.
Still haven't seen any Enigma.
I like Enigma a lot, but it's tough. It's always
Yeah.
tough versus Vengeful Spirit. Maybe War. Actually, they already picked both their supports. I would have liked Warlock. I think a little bit for them. Protect the Luna a lot more.
Difficult. Time running down as well.
Queen of Pain may have value for Execration. I don't know, it's kind of...
Puck.
The
Puck, I
pure
think.
damage is okay. The pure damage is pretty good here.
I like Puck a lot. They picked it earlier, and I think there's not really a way for them to.
Wings
Deal with the
Gonna go
Gaming's
back for the
turn
Slaughter.
to ban.
Yeah, Slaughter gives them the Roshan, which I think they're desperately going to need for the Luna.
I mean, the amplified damage is so good with Luna because the glaives bounces. Like, you put this amplified damage out there, and the bouncing of the glaives just
10 seconds
inhibits so many of
remaining.
these heroes in the back lines. It's also just one of the
5
strongest
seconds
initiators out there.
remaining.
He's going to struggle a lot in lane, though. He's not going to really get any help from Rubik and Shadow Demon, so we might see one of
Reserve
those like
time.
very, very poor Slaughters with post 20-minute blink this game.
Do you think they can run... is there any possibility of aggro
Execration's
trialing with Luna,
turn
Shadow
to
Demon,
ban.
and Rubik?
I think so. I think it's
Yeah.
decent, but Earthshaker kind of ruins any kill potential that you have in that lane.
Yeah, and it's not like Wings have shabby trialing. Vengeful Spirit is a strong fighting core, for sure.
Yeah, they can, as Jack mentioned, they
10
might put her
seconds
as
remaining.
position 1 or position 4 or 5.
I think
5
Puck is,
seconds
you guys mentioned
remaining.
Puck, I think that's still a very solid choice there, potentially for Execration. It feels like they need a little bit more initiation.
Reserve time.
And in terms of being able to, say, counter the Centaur's ultimate or lock everyone in place a little bit in that mobility, could still be a decent choice for them. But it does feel like it makes them a little bit squishy against this lineup of Wings.
Yeah, once Luna gets BKB, it should be okay. But I do think they do need that team fight control, especially with Slaughter being, not a huge team fight, decent with the AoE stun, but nothing overwhelming.
And we talked last game about how some items or some builds maybe take a little bit longer to come in. Centaur Aghanim's was something that some people thought was...
Oh,
Is this a mid
Wings
Rubik?
Gaming's turn to
could
pick.
be, couldn't it?
Seems likely.
Hmm.
Seems dubious versus Shadow Fiend, but
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
Earth Spirit helping you out, no problem.
Oh. Okay. Dazzle ban as well. For Wings. So where do they go now?
10 seconds remaining.
Man, you guys are boring. You were not excited about this mid Rubik.
5 seconds.
I'm excited about mid Rubik.
Bench
Just
is
not
like,
as
yeah, looks
excited
like it.
against an SF. But
Reserve
Could see an
time.
oracle or something.
Not a
like that.
surprise to me.
Be able to save them from a single target. You could see an oracle or something like that being of use to them.
here we go. Then.
Physical damage, man. Need more physical.
What is the last one, Ben?
I don't know.
Come on, call it.
Dazzle's been
I'm going to
banned
give
out.
you 100 RM if you call the last hero.
Cap, help me out here.
Boy.
Let's make it. Come on. Let's find out. What is it?
I like Ursa if they put the Vengeful Spirit support. If they need another support, then I like...
You can't just make stuff up as you go along. You've got to pick one.
I mean, come on, it's pretty hard to call because we don't know if Vengeful Spirit is the core or not.
I put money on this.
5
I've made it
seconds
interesting. Come on, Jack.
remaining.
I'm going with
Help us out.
Witch Doctor or Oracle, if I can choose two.
Oh!
I should have said Lifestealer. Ursa and Lifestealer are kind of the same.
Yeah, kind of the same thing. Kind of the same thing.
They are, right? They're,
Yeah,
they're
kind of the
in
same
your
thing.
face physical damage
Yeah,
dealers that are able to focus
yeah.
on one hero.
One's a bear,
Yeah.
one's a ghoul.
Yeah, okay. We're going to carry on arguing here on the desk, but it's time to head over to our commentary team. Odie Pixel, it's all yours, sir.
Thank you very much, Red Eye. Indeed, we're getting ready for this second game between Execration and the Wings Gaming. Lifestealer, the final pick. We were kind of having a guess here ourselves, Purge, and you called it, but you called it a little bit hesitantly. You feel that potentially Execration have got good tools to deal with the Lifestealer?
Mostly I just was a little unsure whether or not me verbalizing it would allow Force Reddit to actually pay me. So Reddit, whenever you get over
for
here,
battle.
I'm gonna want your money.
But I can indeed confirm it. He did say the Lifestealer, and the Lifestealer it is to top off this Wings draft as we get ourselves stuck into Game 2. I mean, overall across the board, Wings, they're bringing in the Shaker, they're bringing in the Centaur, something that we saw, I believe, Newbie do earlier. Do you like these kind of beefy, these heroes? Is this kind of a way to deal with an SD Luna strat?
I mean, it's an option. I'm a little unsure about Fissure with Lifestealer. That was one of the reasons I was hesitant about it, because it can block your allies from doing good things as well. But I do like their lineup. It's pretty synergistic. Vengeful Spirit plus Shadow Fiend, lots of damage amps, minus armor reduction things. Faith here going to break the smoke with the low ground positioning.
Yeah, really nice positioning as well. I mean,
I don't know if he's doing this. I assume this is on purpose. Let's be real. It's going to block any
30
smokes for wraparounds to the
seconds
left. So they're playing very safe. I think they're really expecting Execration to do something aggressive here, just because they are behind. They got outplayed pretty decently in the game 1. So do the safe things.
absolutely, and because of that presence, looks like initially Execration won't find anything. Ice.
Oh, they could catch Shadow Demon. They can block him off here.
Let's see if we can find the chain lockdown. And he's going to go for that. That's a great Fissure. That's an absolutely perfect Fissure there. Kimo, he's going to have to take the long way round. And the question is if they actually are able to get the kill. Well, with a magic missile underneath the tower, yeah, they certainly will do. He'll disrupt himself. Faithian, he's going to stick around. He wants to take the credit. It'll actually get split between them, but nonetheless, Wings with a first blood. And they just absolute perfect hold on with that Fissure there.
That was really nice there. And obviously it all started just because of the fact that Faithian happened to move his hero in a position to break smoke. So all of a sudden Execration knows that they're visible, they get less confident, they start spreading out, and the timing was just right. So really nicely done there. So the big thing is really mid Rubik. How well is this going to work? One of the big things is that his level 10 talent tree is plus 50 damage. That's a crap load of damage for a mid hero. No other mid hero is even close to that. Heroes like Juggernaut have like 15 damage. So hypothetically, Rubik could do something amazing with this if he's got the right build.
And in terms of just kind of the lanes before that level 10 point, is it going to be an alright lane for Gabby? But should he find just as much farm as the SF?
It's kind of very good actually, just because you can reduce Shadow Fiend's damage with Fade Bolt by 20, which means he's already hitting for about 54 average. He's going to go down to 34. That means that the Rubik should easily be able to outlast the Shadow Fiend and prevent him from collecting a lot of souls.
On top lane, Execration, looking for a bit of a set up onto Faithian. Ice is there with a good vision, a potential turnaround as they'll turn towards Shadow Demon and give him a few good punches. They won't be able to finish it off. But we're seeing that Wings just showing how hard it is for the Shadow Demon Luna combination to do anything really in lane against the center at this early stage.
Yeah, it's been pretty tough so far. I just don't see them killing him. I mean, maybe Luna 3, level 5, something like that, then with Soul Catcher, or maybe even Shadow Poison is a solution, but right now it's very easy for Centaur to bully, and this is one of the reasons why I think that in a lot of ways, Centaur's a lot stronger than Slardar right now, just because of laning stage stuff. If you get a fast Blink Dagger, then in a lot of ways Slardar's more mobile, can get a lot more done for tanky heroes, but for semi-squishy ones, really respect what Centaur can do.
While there with the Spirit play, able to take the bounty rune away from the Venge. Safe lane wise, Shadow was getting a little bit more CS than Nando, pretty much for the reasons as you said, just the fact that the Centaur was able to put a little bit more pressure on in that lane in comparison to the Slardar over on the off lane of Execration. DJ down here on his own at the moment. As we saw last game, side of Execration deciding to put a bit of dual pressure on. But this time around, it's DJ on his own, and it's the mid lane really where we're seeing OR hang around the most, just in case there's any opportunity for a bit of action. Also, interesting to note as well that even at the start, where Gabby did have that lead with the play from the Rubik, we are now seeing, of course, kind of the inevitable catch-up from Blink on the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, he's doing completely fine here. And while Rubik can actually lower the damage of Shadow Fiend, it costs a lot of mana to cast Fade Bolt repeatedly, so it's not even that amazing of a nuke. I mean, 80, 160, it's slightly above average, but you know, he has enough souls that it doesn't even matter anymore. It's not about that. It's about Gabby just trying to get a bit even and maybe going for a kill on the Shadow Fiend.
Bottom lane, again, DJ. Seeing what he can get out of this lane. I mean, he's not getting as much as the Centaur, but he is certainly still getting something. DJ, 11 for 4 at the moment.
He has really good levels too. I think that's one of the better things he's accomplished here. See what builds he goes. Obviously DJ's a fantastic player. Would love to see him do something creative and new with Slardar. We'll see.
Now Ice setting into position to see if there is an opening to go for Gabby potentially. He comes too close, a Fissure into a couple of raises could spell demise for this Rubik.
I think he's just sitting here because he's anticipating that the Earth Spirit could roll mid. And just having a Fissure there could change everything. Could give Shadow Fiend 2 easy raises, could buy him an extra right click or 2 under tower. And just keeping Shadow Fiend alive right now is pretty much what they need. On the other side of the map, they're doing fine. Like, I mean, Lifestealer's doing okay, Centaur's doing fine. As long as you make sure that that the Rubik doesn't snowball out of control right now, I think it's going to do a lot for wins.
And how to expect kind of this mid Rubik to build? Is it this treads into a fast blink or any other kind of core items that are absolutely crucial when you're playing a core position?
He's queued up here for treads. It makes a whole lot of sense because of that damage perk at 10. You want attack speed to amplify your overall DPS. It's a weird build and the hero's actually quite slow, so there might be some issues with this. I mean, we haven't really seen mid Rubik really popularized until maybe like, I don't know, TI3 perhaps was the last time that he was really popular. That was a long time ago. Currently doing some Bottle Crow here just to get some more mana up, but I just feel like Shadow Fiend's gonna get so much more out of this lane. He's already gotten more, and he can jungle so much better than Rubik can.
Yeah, absolutely, 25-15 up against the 16 for 2 of Gabby. Bottom lane, DJ potentially have to be a bit careful. Innocent coming around. So they can go for a bit of a play here. He'll throw the Magic Missile. Does have the Arcane
That was a great
as
stun.
well. Yeah, DJ with that crush securing his safety as he retreats back.
He certainly could have died there. If Shadow here did use Rage, might have been a kill with open wounds, but perfect stun, and he's gonna be fine. So Ice still sitting mid, just waiting to fissure whoever comes mid. It's just a safe play. It's winning the lane. Why bother? Obviously he can maybe pull and get some more levels himself, but it's just so much safer to ensure that the lane mid goes well.
Is that not a little bit of an issue if because he's seen here, because he's not getting those levels, this Earthshaker, will it be hard for him to find a place in the mid-game?
I mean, I feel like Earthshaker can almost always catch up just by a couple crucial fissures. You should be in a safe position with your hero. You don't really want to run into melee range or anything, so just a couple fissure ganks here or there in later stages of the game will give you levels and catch you up. And at some point he'll greet out a Blink Dagger, so really before you even get Blink, you can usually sit very far back in safety.
Up top DJ, he tried to snag some of the creeps there with the crush. We'll get a first hit bash onto Innocent. And actually turning with another crush to share a fair bit of harass straight back at the Venge. Even without Fissure block, just not enough catch really. DJ with the point in sprint, feeling confident, zipping around that bottom half of the map.
Yep, they basically have to get the Lifestealer within range, but he's fast, but not that fast. On the other side of the map, Luna only hitting level 5 here. Probably a lot of split farm, or split experience at least, in terms of between Shadow Demon and Luna. Possibly just because of the fact that camps don't respawn as fast. It's a little bit harder to get max efficiency in the safe lane.
Yeah, do you like this as well? Looking at the Centaur, he's queued up the straight Blink Dagger. So at the moment, not planning to go for a Herd, a Vanguard, or an item beforehand, just going for the straight Blink Rush.
I think it's super standard here. I mean, there are times when you get Vanguard, but that's usually when you're more of a bully in the lane, where you feel like you can actually stand in the lane a very long time, harass your opponent, take damage, stuff like that. Oh, nice D-ward here by Innocence. Rotating the top lane right before he pops smoke. We'll see if they actually still do the smoke here. They may, but it's just so obvious. For now, Rubik's going to back off. He has stolen a Shadow Race. It's a decent thing to have here. See, all right, and there he's got treads. So I think this is where we're going to have to see Rubik get some stuff done, because he actually does. I mean, one of the cool things about Rubik is that obviously he's stealing skills, but if you think about it from skill point perspective, he's got 2 points in Telekinesis, 4 in Fade Bolt, and now he's got technically 3 points in a Shadow Race. So he's got way more skill points in the early game than other heroes do, especially because he's playing mid.
What's your thoughts about this as well, Purge? Maybe an item that could have caused a little bit of an issue for Execration in the last game. He's queued up the Midas after the treads on the Rubik.
I'm not so sure about that. He is going to get a really good damage perks on this hero, actually. 50 damage and 15 int at 15. He's going to get more levels out of it. He's going to have more attack speed to further justify that 50 damage. It's an interesting choice. The fact that he's mid, I think, is okay. But I imagine there's probably better items. Like, even something like a drum could be better. But as the game goes on, could really justify itself.
Yeah. Well, we may still see him change his mind. We'll see if Gabby does stick with that plan in action. DJ, he's able to grab an invis, and with OR around, they could try for some sort of a play towards the mid lane. I mean, getting a kill on PSF would be absolutely huge at this stage, and indeed DJ. Potentially setting into position. It could turn around. I mean, in terms of backup, PSF Ice Slice is kind of around with a Fisher. Can he actually get in range quick enough? That's the question. They'll pop the center ult. They are coming in. Backup is there for the side of Wings, and with a good Fisher indeed, it should be enough to get him out, and it looks like it is. Blink. He will get himself back to safety. Nice center ult, stampeding Shaker into position, and Blink is safe.
Very close kill. I'm sure Rubik wished he was actually still there, but show himself top. They do get the tier 1 at least, so not the end of the world for them. And he also stole Stampede. I would love to see them turn that into a kill somewhere, but missing a lot of mana on their support, so for now, won't see anything. A big kill could be Lifestealer, but it's kind of the same problem. I don't really see them getting this kill unless they have Eclipse. And hey, who's in the lane? It's Luna. So they should play around the safe lane right now, I think. It's a good place to be.
See what they can find here. Shadow to lead forward, has the backup. They'll look towards Nando, Innocence and Blink there as well immediately with the stolen Stampede. This time working out for Execration's escape.
That was pretty nice to have there. That was 100% a dead Luna, by all means.
Very, very nice for Gabby. Also, something else I want to talk to you about, Purge. Looking at the Lifestealer's build, something that we're seeing happen on a lot of kind of safe lane cores. He himself picking up the helm on the Lifesteal. Yeah,
it's interesting choice. You don't really need the regen too much because you get it from Feast, but it does give you attack speed. And just all around really good stats. It's pretty nice to have on Lifestealer. He does sometimes have mana problems.
And interesting choice of creep as well. He's got the Kobold with him. 12% movement speed aura.
Yeah, I think the main reason that they're buying it is just because it gives you diversity and being able to...
And here's the jump, talking about the Infest, immediately using the combination to jump in onto DJ. Wings will find the pick off. And the reveal of that Blink Dagger purchase from Faith Bian off to a good start.
And it's ridiculous that he even has Blink Dagger at this point. It's so early for him to pick that up, but it's been farming incredibly fast with Iron Talon, and it's been pretty much uncontested in his lane, so... Yeah, I like the helm, I like the Blink, and if they get this tower, this is really good for them. Almost a Midas for Rubik, though. It's very close. Just needs the gloves.
He is committing for it indeed with the recipe picked up, Gabby. Treads Midas Rubik. We'll see how it works out this game.
I think it's a cool choice. I can't wait to see how this game turns out for him.
So, I mean, is that kind of the plan as well with the Midas Execration accepting that they want to try and win it late?
Oh, the stun!
It was
an accident. DJ accidentally stunned the stun there.
He blinks into the crush.
I think he did it to hit the catapult, but because he used his corrosive haze on it first because he knew he wasn't going to be able to last hit it. So I think he just accidentally stunned there. They do still get the tower though, so not the end of the world. But on the other side, Execration does have... Oh no, I'm sorry, they did use Stampede there to get him out. So, Rubik still no... Oh, I'm sorry, he actually is ready. He does have the gloves. So this is like one of the downsides of the Midas as well. It's kind of similar to what we saw last game. They bought a bunch of Midases in the crucial fight at 20 minutes. The Midas didn't pay off at all. It would have been better to have a utility item. So, with that said, I think this will work well for Rubik just because he's got that damage perk. It's something I thought about when I first saw the patch.
In terms of the talents in the post, is there, in your eyes, a clear path he's going to take because he is the core Rubik out of the talents?
He actually took gold per minute. I'm actually extremely surprised about this.
I mean, it's all about the grip, Midas and the GPM.
I think this is actually a huge mistake from him. I mean, I know we're only 12 minutes in the game, so hypothetically talking about a 60-minute game, but it's not going to be that much gold by the end. Like, plus 50 damage. He hits for 79 right now. That's almost a permanent double damage. It's like
He bought those treads.
and he bought treads, and he bought Midas, so he's got stupid amount of attack speed. Why would you grab 60 GPM? Like, it's utterly confusing, actually.
Playing for the late game, Bernard. We're going to see a 9-slotted Rubik
I'm
come
gonna do
out.
math 1 second. Keep casting.
Do the math, Paz. Anyway, I will indeed. Mid lane, Innocence, trying to pick himself up some levels, has managed to get the 6 online. DJ looking towards him. The rest of the side of Wings are attempting to pressure down the top tier 1. Execration just simply going to go for the trade at the moment as they move in, and it looks like both sides should be able to take each tier 1. No one reacting at the moment. Just a fortification from Wings to try and slow them down. Blink will get the touch onto the top tier 1, playing the gold at bottom lane. They won't get the last touch, but they'll get the tower at least. Purge, did you do the math?
I did the math. Okay, so if this game lasts for 50 more minutes, you'll have an extra 3,000 gold.
It's nearly a Radiance, Purge.
That's half of the Radiance.
Mid lane, DJ will be run down here by the power of Innocence and Faith Bian. Quick stampede.
If it isn't clear, I'm disgusted by this talent tree pick. It's actually very disgusting.
So wait, level 15, where does he go then?
Well, I think he should get the plus 15 int, but
So
based
probably
on
go
his
for that.
pathing right now, I think he's going to get the 150 health.
Okay.
Certainly. That's what's so cool about talent trees. They allow you to buff a hero in a way that he's not played. They say, well, 60 GPM is terrible. Very low amount, the lowest that we've seen. Or you can get 50 damage. So now he could have just grabbed the talent tree to make the hero actually good in a mid-roll, but instead he's just going to passively farm. Like, we're 13 minutes into the game. All the Rubik has done is shifted to the top lane, pushed the tower, stolen Stampede, saved some allies, but that we're 14 minutes in, and I don't have a lot of faith in him scaling as a core either.
I mean, say it goes 50 minutes in, he's 3k gold up from where he would be. Gabby, Execration's lineup, is it better than Wings' lineup at a 50-minute moment?
Maybe. If he had plus 50 damage, perhaps, but... you know, it could make a difference, but I just feel like there's a lot of games where you could just be ultra behind right now because Wings would have been pressuring a lot, and having that perk doesn't actually give you any impact. Nor does the Midas.
That's got a haster in there. We'll see if they can make any sort of plays. Execration with that pickup. Shadow has the armlet now complete on top of the helm.
You see how he got rage? He could have magic immunity and attack speed to combo with this plus 50 damage range. It would be
That's true.
really good.
But with that GPM, it's helping him keep slightly in range of what the SF's getting.
You're right, that's about a TP a minute. That's pretty good value.
Creep
Creep and a half. See these creeps he's right-clicking right now? Those would be dead already. Alright, I'm gonna stop. I promise. And
Right,
Shadow Fade
leave him
goes for a
alone.
gank.
There we go, bottom lane. Let's see if he kicks off here. Execration
He's
starting
so
to
far.
position up. Yeah, this Shadow Blade blink. They do have a sentry down towards the lane Execration, so Wings have to be a little bit careful about how they proceed here. Innocence, swap at the ready. If they see an opening,
I also like to point out Ice is really farm burn. He's got 1600 gold, 1800 now, very close to Blink Dagger on him. And he's caught up in levels. This is completely fine, level 7 for Earthshaker here.
Gabby's got his blink, talking about the blink daggers on the Rubik. So we may start to see him try and be a little bit more involved in these fights and pickoffs. At the least, of course, with that play, Wings unable to find anything on the bottom lane, they'll immediately move over to the mid. Execration were smoked up, head straight up to the high ground. And because of the Shadow Blade, though, Blink got quite a good initiation immediately with the Stampede trying to go in. Nando coming out with the Eclipse, can manage to take down one. They'll turn towards Innocence. Innocence falling incredibly low. The jump in there from Fabian hits the stomp off. Nando dropping low to the races. Can he get himself back to safety? The Courier just hanging around in the middle of the fight. They'll take that one out on the way out of this Execration. And it's not done yet. DJ, can he play his way out of this? It looks like he is just a little too speedy for them to catch up to. So Execration, they take a kill and they take a courier.
It was pretty sloppy play by Wings there. They came to that fight late, and especially it was supports jumping in, and instantly the Eclipse comes on and does a ton of damage. I think we saw some kind of AoE stun, maybe Slardar jumping in there. I'm not sure, but it's basically instantly Earthshaker dead, and that's a great way to start a fight.
Oh, I mean, you can't deny Gabby's build. It's going to be fun. He's gone the Midas to Blink, and now he's going straight for the Aghanim's.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's certainly worse. It is certainly worse.
Maybe it's a glitch, you know.
He
Maybe
tested that
it's
magic
good.
missile, and I was like, oh, cool, he's gonna steal. Oh wait, he's on 15-second cooldown for his ultimate. He can't right-click.
I'll tell you what it does do, though. It
What?
counters the helm on the Lifestealer. Good luck carrying that Cobalt around when he's going to be turning into gold dust.
You could have had that with the Midas by itself, is what I'm trying to say. You didn't need both.
Well, here we have Execration getting ready for a push down bottom. DJ now with the blink complete. With that Shaker kill, did he get set back that far from his blink dagger?
Yeah,
He did get set back a few.
I mean, he was pretty close. Now he's got to sit top. Now Execration knows that the Earthshaker is top. It'll only take about one more wave here for him to finish the blink, but if they get the fight going right now,
the Stampede jumping onto Chemo, immediately ripped to shreds here by the combination. Oh, well, we'll be able to roll away. Nando is going to TP out and they get it in range or vision. Preston, they can't. Nando will manage to get himself out to safety just in the nick of time.
it's actually a really good thing for Wings to go through and take a fight here, because they know Eclipse is on cooldown, right? And especially they hear like a caught Shadow Demon. If it was anybody else, disrupt him, buy him some time.
Oh, Ice a nice little bit of a hold back down to Oba. Immediately dropping the fish. Ice does still need to be careful, and immediately going for the TP out will make it. Good job as well. Picks up the blink dagger. And this is where Execration certainly have to be that little bit more careful, because a good initiation from either the Centaur or the Shaker holding the Lifestealer inside them could be absolutely disastrous in these team fights. And in these defenses they're going to have to put together with Wings already pushing onto tier 2s.
That's really the big benefit of Lifestealer, is that you're so strong early. You jump on any other hero that has mobility, and one hero is almost always going to die at the start. And even if they have great AoE disables like Slardar or the Earth Spirit, almost always you're going to get the Rage off. And it doesn't matter if the Centaur gets done, you should get the kill. So, and they're using that very well. A lot of stuff is happening around the map, and Execration is... They've only got one kill on the board right now. It's just that one Earthshaker dying mid.
Gabby. And he says something up here. Has the Invis rune.
He's got 2 stuns.
Oh, he magic missile the creep! Oh no, Gabby! It might not matter though, they'll still jump in with the lift, but no, they don't have the damage. Centaur's going to be fine, and Wings just turn around and take the life of DJ. They might not be done yet. Fabian jumps up to the high ground. Eclipse will come out from Nando. Can he turn this fight around? He looks towards Blink, but Blink holds back Execration with the Requiem. Execration think twice about going in for more. I mean, Gabby will be able to steal the Requiem there, but a bit of a blunder there with that magic missile, costing them the chance to get that Centaur kill.
Well, that's it. I think they also got a little scared at the end as well. I feel like they actually could have picked up the Shadow Fiend there. He's only got Shadow Blade. That's pretty much a ganking item. He's not survivable. He is now that he has a BKB, but maybe they could have punished there. And an instant smoke. Now that they know Eclipse is down, they don't have Stampede, but the big thing is that they should have a teamfight advantage. Ice still has Blink, Echo Slam as well. And Wings is maybe one of the few teams that I feel like are being very, very aggressive about Roshin. We saw it in the last game as well. They aren't necessarily guaranteeing an enemy kill first. They're not necessarily doing it just with the Ursa. They know when to take Roshin.
This is going to be the big fight for Execration.
It's definitely
Yeah, they are indeed. Aegis has already been picked up by Blink. Execration can't quite get into position to fight now. See him underneath the sentry. They drop down the dust as well, but immediately Fabian coming in return. Outside in with the echoes now. There'll be defensive disruptor to try and save the life here of DJ, but he's almost certainly going to still fall here as Execration lose 2, maybe even more. Gabby is able to blink away. Nando takes a magic missile to the face as Wings are looking into closing for more blood. Nando, can he juke his way out of this? Ends up actually managing to dodge potential who stance, but indeed he's surrounded by 5 Wings. Take another, and 10-1. This is looking very, very painful for the teammates of Execration.
Yeah, they keep forcing fights that they're not ready to take. I mean, they don't have Eclipse. Why are they taking these engagements? They can't do it, and their opponents have Aegis. And the person they won on was a Shadow Fiend. Not a good way to do this. It's fun to watch Rubik play, though.
Yeah, he's nearly got his axe as well, Purge. Nice reaction there as well.
You know, if he had gotten the plus 50 damage perk, he would have gotten that kill on the Earthshaker when he right-clicked him 3 times.
But if he had the plus 50 damage, he would have nearly got his axe, Purge.
I don't think so.
His Midas is on cooldown, Purge.
Off cooldown.
Oh yeah, you're right.
The Fissure Steel's pretty good though. The issue, and once he grabs eggs, yeah, there's going to be a lot of great things happening. There's a lot of really good skills to steal. Fissure, Echo Slam, Post Stomp would be great, Stampede, Magic Missile, Swap, pretty much anything Shadow Fiend has, anything that the Lifestealer has. Tons of good spells. But it's going to be on his back basically, because he pretty much just farmed the first 15 minutes. He's stolen some spells, but not too much in terms of teamfight engagements. But the issue is that, like the rest of his allies, they've got a lot of magic nukes. Luna's, Eclipse, things like that. But Centaur's picked up a hood. Looks like he's going to go Axe next. But that's going to kind of do the same thing, right?
Just even have it, Poke. What's in the courier?
It's going to resist all the damage, right? Yeah, it's actually done already.
It's done.
We're 21 minutes in. Yep. The Centaur has Blink Dagger, Hood, and a full Axe. So, yeah, when he presses his ult, you know.
I mean, it's perfect against the Eclipse, against the Magnetize.
4 seconds of 60% damage reduction. With that said though, Gabby can do that too. Once his X is done.
He can indeed. He gets his hands on that Stampede.
If the game doesn't end here.
See what Wings do indeed. They're certainly looking set to try and make that happen with this push onto the high ground.
I love the Harpy. It has super good night vision, unless it got nerfed recently.
Let's see what they can do here to stop
Oh yeah,
this.
it's working.
He will amplify the Harpy, make sure that it's taken out. Help him a little bit with this defense, but already Wings to take the tier 3. Potentially, yeah, looking to move in for more at the moment. Wings, they're not being scared by the presence of Execration. They've got all the ultimates available to throw at them. And so there'll be a Stampede. Get Blink back out to safety. And that little bit of a jump in looks to shake Wings up enough to force them to back off, so they will be able to hold on to the racks here, Execration.
We're really seeing just how squishy Shadow Fiend is right now. He didn't go for any survivability perks either. I don't really blame him too much, but with the Shadowblade build, he's very, very vulnerable. They've got so many good nukes on the Dire side that they can definitely kill him, but not worth it just for Aegis. So for now, Wings will back off. This will give them Execration a bit of time, a couple of minutes. Aegis will probably not be up by the time that they fight again. And there should be an Ags on Rubik at that point. Yeah, he's actually finished, yeah.
Looking at the route of the lifesteal as well, a little bit different pickup obviously with the helm. Now he's actually going back for the Sanj and Yasha after the Deso. Do you like picking up the SNY? I mean, again, 23 minutes in, I guess it's pretty good. Yeah,
it's pretty good. Usually you want to buy either SNY or Echo Saber. SNY benefits you in the fact that, I mean, the slow is not as good as it used to be, but it gives you a lot of movement speed. And considering that he's running around with a Cobalt creep already, it's going to be running close to 500 movement speed once he finishes the SNY. I like the option. We'll see if Earthshake can get a kill here.
Yeah, Ice certainly thinking about doing something there. It looks like he will hold back. Silver Edge picks up now for the SF. Of course, not just the break being nice, but the extra stats as well, as you said. Starting to rectify the problem he had earlier of being a little too squishy.
Yep. Still might have physical survivability problems just because of the Slardar, but he's got BKB to remove it. He's got allies that can back him up a little bit, swap if he's really in trouble. Or, you know, Sundar could just press his ultimate.
Now, it's certainly the Stampede that Execration have to worry about when they try for these fights. DJ, immediately Ice just comes in with the Echo Stamp. DJ, can he play his way out of this one? He will be swapped back, gets the blink off as well. DJ, straight into the trees, but the Fisher's there. They will manage to lock him down and finish him off. But a nice little attempt there from DJ to try and play his way out of that.
He deserved that, but the great Fisher by Ice there.
No, we're certainly seeing, I think you said yourself as well, I mean, Ice just the Fisher play throughout these first 24 minutes, it's been pretty big. We're seeing in situations like that where it's allowed him to get a pick off, and just some great blocks and positioning as well for the Shaker, and a very respectable blink dagger timing that he did get.
He's kind of a really respectable BKB timing, and just think about how he's playing in the first first 10 minutes. He was literally just sitting around waiting to make sure his allies didn't die, and yet still somehow he has this much in terms of items. A lot of that's like fountains, towers, shrine gold, but even still, he's been doing a fantastic job.
Because the question is, obviously with some of these heroes doing very, very nicely for themselves on the side of Wings, where does Faith Pian go next? He has the Axe, he has the Hood. Does he finish off the pipe for his team, or can he look for a bigger item for himself?
I think it's a really good idea just because of Eclipse, but I mean, he could diversify in other ways. Even something like, he's already level 17, right? He's powering through. Even something just survivability might not be terrible. Like an AC could be really cool just to help his team be survivable against heroes like Slaughter, but I think just grabbing the pipe on the way there is just so safe because of the Eclipse. Mitigates a lot of whatever Rubik's doing too. Currently sitting on Rage, just about to run out here, but...
Well, this is just going to be space on the map really, as Wings able to claim another shrine from Execration. More gold into their pockets, and keeping Blink in a very, very good place. Top of the board, 17,000 net worth nearly on the Shadow Fiend. He's been having a very, very, very brilliant time coming from the laning stage up into the rotations. 5-0-1.
I don't think he had a problem past 2 minutes, basically. Once Rubik ran out of mana, he's like, alright, I'll just last hit everything now.
Certainly has been the case, and pretty much about 3/4 into having the butterfly done. as well as Innocence by looks of it working towards the Solar Crest. And at that stage, they're able to lay that down. As you mentioned, one of the issues for the SF being the physical damage output that Execration can output. With the evasion and the stats that he has built up, it's going to be a brilliant frontliner for these high ground attempts for Wings to go.
Yeah, exactly. He'll have attack range at 25. Could go back for something like a Dragonlance later, but he's going to be the one that wants to siege towers really safely. Once they get Medallion and Solar Crest, they'll be great for that. They have so many good ways to deal with heroes and to deal with safe initiations too. Swap, they can have Earthshaker counter initiate, they can do Stampedes. I think Wings is really setting this game up nicely to ensure some good high ground later. And as of yet, Execration's having trouble finding kills and finding fights, and it's making the Rubik Ags look really worthless, actually. It's a fantastic item to have. 2-second cooldown. If you really are the best player in the world, or one of the best players in the world, the amount of spells and the amount of impact you can have, he can basically cover half of what Wings is doing with their heroes in a lot of ways, if he does play it well.
Let's see if they can get something done with this one, Execration. As he's sitting down at the moment, 11-1, with Wings having the advantage. Execration certainly needing to get themselves into this game well and truly. And, scouting out towards the top at the moment, but as we can see, Wings very defensively positioned, grouped up as 5, looking to keep control of this area, the map around the Roshan pit, as it will be back up in a few minutes. And it's going to mean that Execration looks like they'll struggle to find anything major with this smoke.
They could still run into the lifesteal, perhaps. We do see a scan from Dire here. It's just checking for Shrine. They're definitely doing this very safe, I would say.
It seems that simply just both teams missing each other.
Yeah, kind of the same thing. Both looking for little grabs here or there. But mid's pretty pushed up, and they haven't seen an enemy hero here yet, so it's pretty clear for Wings at least that Execration is off on the map somewhere trying to get a kill.
A little bit of eyes onto Shadow, but with the team split up, Execration certainly have a lack of firepower really to take down a hero like this Lifestealer when they're not as a full 5-man.
It'd be pretty tough. They'd almost for sure have to Eclipse. They have decent disables. I guess if Earth Spirits there, it can be done, but I haven't really seen a whole lot of Earth Spirit action in a while.
There's been a lot of kind of slow down in the pace of this game, really. I mean, with 29 minutes in, only 11-1. A little uncharacteristic as well in this patch is the majority of matches do seem to kind of turn in at 15 minutes into these huge kind of battlegrounds.
Mm-hmm.
But the pace of this one, it's kind of a nice late night game purge, isn't it? You got to sit down, get your tea, get your coffee out, put your legs up, and chill out and enjoy the pace that we have at the moment.
They will fight eventually. We know that. And I think Execration's still farming decently. They're clearly getting out-farmed. SF is getting out of control. His itemization is already a good half item ahead at least. Gonna pick up a Satanic after the Butterfly. I love watching this SF type of build just because he gets so good at staying alive in team fights. He's high damage output, he's got good team fight, and if you do try to focus him, you have to kill him before he gets unstunned, otherwise you just get crushed. Definitely very fun to watch.
I'm going to get coming up to level 20 as well. Yeah, he does indeed take the +2 damage per soul, so that's also going to be stepped up quite a bit. Nearly reaching onto 400 right click at 30 minutes into the game.
And they're hanging out near Rosh. Rosh is alive here. They'll probably play this a bit safe, at least until Blink comes over.
Yeah.
Slap it a little.
See if he's across to the shrine. They'll move straight in. Can Execration do anything about this? It's going to be even harder with the Crimson Guard. He is well on Fabian.
We did spot this, but it was stolen there by Shadow. So Traitor Troll Warlord.
And they're taking it down so quickly. Gabby is in fact just staying up on the top lane. It looks like he's going to try and jump in. DJ managed to claim the Aegis. He also got the kill on Roshan. DJ. He has put out a bit of a play here. It's a good stun into the crush. Can he actually get himself out of this? That's the question. They'll look to chase him down. They have the magic missile. They're not going to be able to save him. He's out. But if anything, he does manage to slow down the momentum of Wings just a little tiny bit with that play.
I wouldn't even say a little. I mean, because Wings is going to try to turn this into a high ground thing. Maybe at least force a buyback on Slaughter, but that's basically getting a tower for the Dire team by taking Roche like that. What a huge steal. Obviously a bit of a combo play. It wasn't just DJ. Great boulder smashes coming through at the right time. And now they just want to delay this for about 20 seconds here. The Luna, mistake by Ice here. Ooh. That's Glaives right there, bouncing and preventing the blink. So waste the echo, and almost surely Wings will back up now.
Oh my goodness, indeed. A little bit of a whip on that, and oh, Gabby, he's got the Echo Slam.
Oh, he stole it?
He stole it.
Could be good. It won't stun for him because he doesn't have Aftershock, but in the right moments, this could be huge. It does a lot of damage if there's creeps and heroes closely clumped. And no pipe yet from Centaur. He ends up going for a Crimson Guard instead.
Oh.
What?
I mean,
oh, that's throwy.
sometimes you can
That's
press
right.
the wrong key.
That one's, well,
I mean,
good thing Wings doesn't have an Aegis right now, because they would be forcing the high ground.
the thing is with the Wings, they've got that high ground ward, haven't they?
Oh,
So they saw the smoke in the
did they?
Eclipse.
Did they?
Oh, they saw the smoke at least, but I guess he eclipsed after
You know what
the smoke.
that did? Did that turn into nighttime for 10 seconds? Because it turns it into nighttime
Oh,
for 10 seconds.
Oh.
I think that was a...
Well, I mean, the pace of this game, maybe in 100 seconds, Wings aren't going to push. You know what I mean?
It's entirely possible here. At least Execration can keep making illusions, send him out.
Gabby's nearly going to have a
Stuff done.
Sheeva's Guard.
Good for him. How are their smokes? Smokes are pretty big here. They did just waste one. That actually...
Oh, okay, in with the Echo Slam. Can they finish off this kill? Blink, he's not on his own. There'll be DPs coming across the doors to try, but they don't have the damage to finish him off. He turns, 2 hits, and Gabby's down to half health, and they have to get the hell out of there. And Wings quickly trying to see if they can find anything to punish this play. They can't, so Execration will get back. But I mean, 3 heroes jumping onto an SF, and they can't kill him, Purge.
Yeah, they're just lacking some damage here. Echo Slam, decent, but there wasn't anybody there to right-click with a plus 50 damage perk, unfortunately, so...
Plus 50 damage would have done it.
Would have been nice, honestly. You know, Corrosive Haze amplifies a lot.
That's true.
But Gabby going for more survivability, he definitely needs it. He's very survivable against nukes because of his aura, but definitely needs armor. That's obvious. Needs like 2 sets of armor. Shadow Fiend's already in the lower by 6. Lifestealers in the area, it's going to be even worse.
On the plus side, going for that play, it stopped Wings pushing whilst Eclipses are not available. It's going to be back in.
Great points.
You know, so just Execration recovering from a little bit of a whip it.
So it looks like Scotty next for Luna. Kind of curious about this. It's a cool build just because of Shadow Demon Illusions. Make them more tanky, they can push better, but I'm a little bit unsure about whether he needs... I guess he doesn't really need like a MKB to deal with the SF. I think it's fine, I guess. Just needs to focus on not dying, that's his goal here. And it does give the benefit of HP armor, utility, all that good stuff, so should be fine.
I do like this Fabian going for the refresher. So
Okay.
double stampede. And that's going to give a nice
Double hoof stomp.
double hoof stomp.
That's actually...
Double
fine
edge.
worth it. I don't think he's going to do that one.
Not the double edge.
I don't think it would care too much. We do a good 5.5 second stun with refresher and double stampede damage.
Gabby
cool.
is actually scouting out in the trees here. Let's see if he can make any sort of play. Fabian, he's looking
Are they
for
gonna
it.
find each other?
He's cutting through.
Did he hear
He's
that?
so close. They're very, very
Okay,
close.
now they know there's someone that they can definitely hear the crowd.
Oh,
Oh!
he did lift him!
Oh!
Oh!
Oh! That was-
Could he have had he could have had the chance to lift him up?
certainly could have,
Yeah.
but you know, don't always expect it. Then it's heroes to turn around, kind of stuff.
Oh.
And besides, you want to go get a Shiva's Guard, dude. There's more important. Oh, he's gonna
He's
go for an E-Blade. I don't know if that's the item. I hope he changes his mind.
E-Blade Fade Bolt Purge.
No, actually, I think he needs it against Lifestealer. They gotta be like Lifestealer's gonna own whoever he jumps on. So
E-Blade the creep, then Midas it.
this is really disgusting. Shadow Demon Illusions with the Alpha Wolf as well for damage. Again, stealing the best creeps.
I
back.
think with the Satanic done now as well.
Yeah. Cool build. Still lacking some survivability. His armor could definitely leave something to be desired, but won't really be a big issue until Luna's closer to 6th slot, I think.
I mean, you can say what you want, Purge, but Gabby hasn't died at all this game.
Good for him.
And he's had 100% impact.
How many kills does he have?
He's been involved in all of them.
Oh, great for him.
Now 36, 12-1. I mean, I can't believe the tempo of this, especially when you consider the position that you think Wings are in. I mean, Wings,
Yeah.
they're kind of taking this one on a slow roller here, but
They are, but I think they feel very confident where they are. They have amazing items on all of their heroes. The only person that's a little underfarmed is Innocence on the bench, but he's got a Glimmer Kick, he's fine. think they're in a good spot. Their cores are itemized. They're ahead of their opponents. They're ready to move a different way and force Execration to further try to catch up. And there could be a find here.
There could be Purge. But considering how the game's going, I'd hesitate to bet no.
They want to. They saw it. They want it.
Wait, hang on, they're getting the courier. They're getting the courier. No, rest in peace, courier.
They're word spotted it over to the left, so a little bit easier. And look at where the creep waves are. They're actually already in the enemy base, and this is now force Execration back.
They need to get back and do something.
They could go in here.
Good plan. Wings ready to push into the mid. Gabby, what's he going to be able to get his hands on here? He has got the enchant totem.
Pretty good still.
Ninja rage from Shadow. Finishes off the tier 3. DJ jumps in with a crush, but Shadow's still raged. Official will hold him back.
I love the fissure here. Really well done there by Ice. It just guarantees that there's no retreat. And like Wings is feeling so comfortable that they just pushed without Aegis. And they pushed in a lane where there was still a tower. They could have gone top instead, for example. If they really wanted to play it safe. But speaking of top, it's actually getting wailed on by range creeps, but
now range creeps doing it for Execration of the moment.
Okay.
Jumps in, telekinesis, that's all it's going to be. Jumps back, throws down the Fissure. I mean, they are stopping Wings from getting their hands on the racks. And indeed, on that top lane, the range creeps and the siege creeps, serious damage done to this team. They're doing it, per.
Full 250.
It's going to be a base run.
So Blink Dagger on Earth Spirit as well. That's another great hero for possibly catching somebody. Going forward, punch him in.
DJ, good initiation. Where's the follow-up? They'll try for the Fissures. Oh, the Fissures touch! Iconi's touch the Echo Stab, but the Fissures block him out. The damage though properly. He rips down DJ. Nando pops the BKB, gets himself back up to the high ground. Can they actually get anything in return though? They find 2 kills, force out a buyback.
They save the gem at least. But
here we go, Blink. Ooh.
And the minus armor is incredible coming from Wings. They've got AC, they've got Deso, they've got Shadow Fiend, they've got Vengeful Spirit. They need like Ladzes and tons of armor on the dark side.
These racks getting absolutely chunked by Blink's damage. Gabby in with the telekinesis. And then out.
He's got the Echo Slam.
Oh, he has.
I just don't see Wings getting so grouped that it makes a huge difference though. I mean, the fact that it doesn't have a stun as well. Big difference. Remember when you used to fight Grievals in Frostbus that one time? Remember that? One of the Grievals had Echo Slam basically, but he didn't have Aftershock, so it sucked. That's my point.
Back in the day. Oh, here we go.
Could be a fight here.
Coming out the base.
They have the gem.
They do. Immediate jump in. Fissure as well. Gabby in trouble. Pops down the Echo Slam. Will be swapped back potentially into safety. Gabby with the Shivas. The blink out. Is he going to be able to survive? It doesn't look like it. The slam for the backside from Ice Ice. As he gives him a good old spank with the totem.
And even with the Shiva's guard, he's still dying so fast to physical damage. But there's just so much of it coming out of Wings.
Aye, Wings. Ready for another potential push-up. They're a man down, Execration. And Execration, of course, holding on by the skin of their teeth. They lose this game, they're out of the land. So they'll do whatever they can to hold in against Wings, but Wings, of course, relatively far ahead at this stage of the game. 40 minutes in, pushing on to the tier 3.
They gotta delay this for 30 seconds until they get Eclipse again. But I don't even know if Wings might be just greedy and go for this. I mean, they're only 1 racks up here. This could be throwy if they get a little overeager.
20 seconds and they've got the Rubik back. Shadow in, Faith down as well. They are playing very, very safe. The Blink will come in and finish off the melee rest, potentially pop the BKB, and immediate jumping from Awa rolls away. The Wings, they'll find a space to clear up a second set of racks.
They're hitting so hard right now. I mean, Execration doesn't even feel good about going in. Any hero that gets slapped is dead in 4 hits. Even Luna looked like she had no items. She has maybe gone a little bit too teamfighty, but
she's got a lot of money. She's got 6.5k in the bank, Nando.
Yeah, the butterfly is a good solution. A good mix of armor, but mostly the evasion.
There we go. They're stampeding to try and initiate Faith down. Jump forward, won't be able to get the Hoot Stomp. They won't get anyone there.
Everyone has Blink. Can they jump on someone?
Gabby's got the Infestor.
Okay.
Well, they themselves could look for the kind of a homemade Slardar lifesteal combo of themselves. And looking back towards the E-Blade now, Gabby will be. Butterfly will be picked up from Nando.
And
let's see what they can do here. Mid-blink.
They don't have Bliss. This could just be it for Megas.
It looks to be Mega Creeps.
Okay, this is a good start. I think.
TK tries to jump with a BKB. Immediately DJ, that fist without it too much. Shrines aren't going to save you now, sir. Nando holds BKB. Eclipse as well, trying to turn, but Eyesight still with the BKB up. He's going to be A-OK. Glimmer Cape falls down. He'll survive. They'll turn back in, looking for the Earth Ground. Eyesight comes in with the Echo Slam. 2 down on the ground, 3 down on the ground. Permanently through Execration. Nando, he's trying to run away from this. He's trying to run away from his team. They should be able to find him as one more touch there from Blink does it, and GG, well played is called. It's all too much at the end of the day for Execration, 20-1. I don't quite really know what happened that game, Purge. It was a little bit of a weird one, but there's no denying Wings looking very solid today.
Absolutely. They got pretty much everything they wanted out of all 3 lanes. They controlled the map. They played it safe. They had perfect itemization up against the enemies that they were playing against. And they all farmed incredibly fast. They all had the core items they needed. And a couple slip-ups here and there. Execration got close in some fights.